Yo, what up? It's done.
Samuel here.
I almost struck out 3 times with that snap. That was crazy. We are the Soul Brothers. Shout out to the Soul Squad. Coming to you with a very important performance review.
The Kobe, or I guess just the Mamba Focus.
They got too many names, man. I keep saying it. They gotta chill. He already has enough shoes, enough different lines. But now the names, every time they drop the new budget model, it's got a new name.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyways, if you do want to cop this, we'll leave a link down in the description box.
Yes.
Sammy picked these up. These are his thoughts.
Yes. So let's start off with the traction.
That's, that's not good for a Kobe. Kobe usually nails a traction.
At first, it was really bad. No, not like really bad, but just like you just couldn't get a good bite. It would just like it would never slip out or anything, but just never a great bite. Which was really annoying. And you can see like I did break it in. Remember in the first impressions or whatever, I said if you get rid of like some of this texture on the rubber, it might get better.
I mean, there's a very, very pronounced texture.
Yeah.
On the actual tread, which is, it looks like stone rock. It almost looks like dinosaur skin or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you can see it wearing off, especially in the high wear areas, like in the ball of your foot.
Yes, and it did get a little bit better, but nothing like. On like a top tier level, like the PG3, Harden 3, Kyrie 2 and stuff like that, which was pretty disappointing. Durability, I'd say, is really good. I mean, it's a hard rubber and it's a pretty deep grooves. One good thing is that like it doesn't really pick up like too much dust, so I didn't really find myself wiping a lot. It's just like the bite wasn't great, so like also another good thing is that it's consistent. It's consistently like not good and consistently not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just consistently just like same stop, whatever surface you're on, you know what I'm saying, no matter the condition. So I guess
which is sometimes better if it's super inconsistent and you actually are slipping out.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So if you like that, I mean the bite wasn't horrible, like I said, like I wasn't slipping out, it wasn't dangerous or anything, but also like it wasn't just a you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was bearable. Like I didn't mind playing it, but it's just like I like to have a really good stop. So that was annoying, but I mean if you don't mind that, then it should be a pretty okay traction pattern for you. But for me, not so good.
Moving on to the cushion. This is not a drop-in midsole, right?
Nope. Cushion was not very good. I mean the heel is a super hard Phylon, so there's really no compression. It doesn't feel great. Impact protection is not good. Court feel is okay. It's weird because in the forefoot it feels like there's a little bit of a bump, So
because there's a zoom unit in the forefoot, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's bottom loaded. So I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit of a bump, But there is, and that helped me feel the zoom unit a little bit better. But it wasn't something like the PG3 is. It's definitely not as bouncy as that. It's just a slight bounce. So the cushion is just whatever, so it's not great. So there's a cushion setup there.
Upper/materials.
Materials, so looking at it, it looks actually pretty dope.
Yeah, I like it. It's got like the snakeskin texture.
Yeah.
It looks thin. It almost reminds me of like a jacquard.
Yeah. It reminds me of the
performance woven.
The Kobe 6 material like pattern.
Exactly.
So I like that. It feels like when you feel it in hand, it feels real cheap and flimsy, but it's really thin and soft. So like on foot, it feels pretty nice. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's something else I really like? Is I like that they did the overlays in like this nylon material. It's not like your average like synthetic, like shiny synthetic.
Yeah.
It has like a strong nylon, kind of scratchy vibe to it. I really like that.
Yeah. So the materials, it feels pretty good on foot. Not gonna complain about the materials on foot, but in hand and stuff like that, it feels a little like pretty cheap. It's $100 shoe, so you can't really complain. But I guess for the price, it's nice. But comparing it to like other materials that are nicer, like the LeBron 16 or the KD 11 or something like that, it's not as nice.
Once you feel this tongue, you're like, wow, this is a budget shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
And this heel counter too is kind of cheesy. Yeah. This heel pull tab, look how thin and garbage this is.
Yeah, right here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, why do you even need a pull tab here? This is the heel tab that you don't. Anyways. But so materials, good on foot, but it does feel cheap. So there's that. Moving on to the fit. So first impressions, I said go true to size. But once I kept playing it, I kind of like broke in the materials and stretched out a little bit. I guess my foot made a little bit more space, so that there's a little bit more length or something like that. So it runs a little bit long, I'd say. So I'm changing the fit there. Sorry about that. But yeah, it feels like there's a little bit of space lengthwise. But also it's like pretty damn narrow. So I mean, if you're a super like narrow foot, then I'd suggest going down half a size if you want a really snug fit. But if you don't mind that little bit of space in lengthwise, then I feel like true to size should be okay. And if you're a wide footer, you probably shouldn't even get this shoe. So
yeah, support and lockdown.
Good. I mean, you have the heel counter, the foam coming up. You have this swooshy like pretty like plastic swooshy coming up here in the
placed in
area.
A perfect area.
Very nice.
To give you a little bit of caging in that really area that gets a lot of force put on it.
Yes.
And then you have this big sharp outrigger.
Yeah, look at that.
Real sharp. I mean, that's a knife right there.
Yeah. So I mean, laterally you're stable. You're low to the ground. Lateral stability and lateral containment is very good as well. So yeah, support and lockdown is really good.
Awesome. Weight. Let's touch on weight.
Yes, the weight. I feel like it was like pretty light. I think.
Yeah, it's that cheap light.
Yeah.
10.9.
Yes, cheap light. It feels light, but it feels like cheap light. Pretty minimal. Like materials are super thin, so I feel like all the weight is coming from probably the Phylon. Pretty responsive. Like I said, the traction isn't like crazy good, but other than that, support and lockdown, fit, and cushion are very responsive. So. Stepping comfort, it's okay.
Negative?
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable shoe, but also like not as bad as like Vans is. Or yeah, I'd say yeah.
Yeah, and then braking time, not really.
Braking time, the traction needs to break in a little bit. You kind of need to remove that texture to make it feel a little bit better. But other than that, everything else is pretty good right out the box. I mean, the zoom unit didn't really break in like crazy either. It doesn't feel like crazy different from like when I first got it. So
ventilation.
Good. The materials are super thin, and it's a textile material, so yeah.
Durability?
I feel like it's gonna be good besides the materials, dude. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't know how long this material would last.
Yeah.
It's kind of a new material feeling to us. It's got a weird vibe to it. Like it's not a performance woven. It's not a jacker.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a textile. Anyways.
I feel like it'll rip really easily.
Yeah, I feel like it could too, especially if you're doing toe drags and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Aesthetics.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, they're dope. I mean, these look really dope in person.
Yeah. Especially, I like that white and gum colorway too.
Yeah, that's dope.
That one's sick. But tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. But yeah, $100. It's real cheap.
But so is the PG3.
Yeah, exactly. So is the PG3, and like a lot of other shoes that I think are a lot better. Like the KT4 Low is $110, dude. For crying out loud,
Under Armour has some cheap ones too.
Exactly.
Hubbard Havoc.
Exactly. So like price is good, and for the price, I'd say it's like a pretty good performer comparing it to like top tier models and stuff like that. But comparing it to like the other cheap shoes like the PG3 and stuff like that,
fly traps,
it's not there. So yeah, I wouldn't be recommending these too much. I mean, they're okay. They get the job done like okay, but like I would definitely was missing my other shoes. Like my PG3, my Hardings, my Fly Traps, my Kyrie 5s. Those other shoes.
But if you don't like doing what you're told, go ahead and cop.
Exactly. If you do want to cop, we'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. That's the review. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next.
Later.
Peace.